Alrighty all, hello and welcome back to Kryptonite Live. I'm just going to look through a few coins today. First we'll start off with Chainlink or Link. What I'm actually looking at here is I've zoomed out on the weekly. I'm just looking at the histogram making a lower low while price is making a lower high, or sorry, a high low. I don't really like seeing a lower low, especially on a weekly. If we do go on the daily, you can see that it's bounced off this 786, but if we do go off a longer range, alrighty, we can see that it's held this 618 here. The next level would be the 786, and the other level would be the 886. Volume has dropped off significantly here on the weekly. We do have a lot of bullish divergence here on the daily. Bullish div firing here on Willy. OBV looks extremely, where's the zero? Right here. OBV looks very healthy, while price is making lower lows. We are still seeing a lot of money flowing into this asset. So looking on the entire range, the POC is sitting at this 886. Could price eventually make its way down here? It's very possible. But looking at the daily on this sort of range, working from this low to this high, could we see price action move up on the daily for a last little rally before it rolls over? Very possible. I'll draw a set of fibs here. Could we see a tag of the 50%? I would say highly likely. We do see volume really stepping in here, so if we do go in on a smaller time frame and we want to be in on this trade, the area that I would be interested in is so it's flagging off this 382. If we can get a W structure on this side with a breakout, we could probably continue higher. So we could say like an AB equals CD move, which would take us, I guess if you worked off of this range here, actually this is the high, off of here, so the AB equals CD runs right up into this 618. But if I want to be looking at this on the long side, and I'd be comfortable in buying possibly, I do like my reload zones, which is between the 618 and 786, so that would be my buy zone. If you want to be more conservative, the 618, where this would be acting as support, or you could set your bids on the 786 for that Wyckoff check down here, or these candle body highs. Yeah, this is it's a buy zone, so it's wherever you feel comfortable with your trading strategies. Indicators of the 4 hour seem to be a little bit overbought. We're seeing, I guess, a potential bullish div coming in if we can get something like this, down, up, down, so this would be that bearish div. If we do get a move up higher, where then we can just say, okay, our price has made a higher high, while our histogram is making a lower low, or a higher, oh sorry, a lower high. So that's basically what I'm looking at. I'd like to enter somewhere in there. Let's just zoom back out onto the daily. So on the daily, you can see that we've V bottomed right here, which tells me that we should roll over here, creating a nice little W. If the W breaks upwards, we're bullish. If it does roll over, breaks these lows, we go even lower. So yeah, on this range here, where is the VPVR or volume profile does look pretty full. So I would be interested in my little reload zone right in here, and it risked these lows. Maybe just have a quick look at it versus US. So we're kind of looking at a similar thing here. Kind of in no man's land with this. I think this is probably, I'd choose that as a trading range, but it's with fibs, it's not really showing me much. Still have that bullish div in the histogram, bullish div in Willy, OBV nice and healthy, volume actually breaking higher, which seems that this is the bottom. If we can get maybe like a little retest for a double bottom and then shoot back up. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing anyway in Link. Next one is EGT. This one I am interested in, seeing though that the whole price action right now is sitting directly at the POC, the point of control. We did have a bullish div fire here. If we zoom in on this a little bit more, we can see that it has, so if we draw a set of fibs from from low to high, we are currently in that buy zone. Bulls really need to step in. Bullish div did fire here. The histogram is showing us bullish divs. OBV, well, money's not really pouring into this asset, seeing as though it's in now the minus figure. But I would like to risk to these lows, because the potential for profit here is pretty crazy. Where if we were to be buyers, so this would be our range from high to low, a 50% tag into this area, or even the 382 if you want to be conservative. If you really want to be even more conservative, you can do a fib off of this level here down to the lows. And the underside here, the tag of 50%, which would be resistance. We can have a look at our price tool. I mean, that's in looking at that, let's just zoom out a little bit and see, is that actually possible? Yeah, I mean, for the potential growth for this coin is pretty ridiculous actually. yeah, I do like what I see, and I will be trading this, risking to the low and selling my half on a double and letting the rest ride to whatever it goes to. That's the bullish scenario anyway. Let's have a look at this versus the US tether. Similar sort of stuff, sitting right at the park. Yeah, it seems pretty similar, so I'll definitely be a buyer of this. EKT. Okay. This one here, guys, this has done a parabolic run. For me, this is I won't be. I don't think I'd be trading this after it's done 900%. So we can see that it's been heavily overbought. Bullish divs are firing from every direction here. Huge overall bullish div working right here. So if we do, say, from here all the way down, while price is making higher highs, this is not. Funny enough, money is still pouring into this asset. Volume is dropping off. It did pick up here, but it is still dropping off. The POC is sitting right here. If I do want to be a buyer of this, I'd have to be patient. If this is the top, wait for a reload zone, maybe down into somewhere in this region. For me, this is just gone too high, too fast. We actually could see maybe a potential. So we could probably see this cup and then a handle to come down maybe to the 382, and we could see this possible cup and handle play out. But for now, this one for me is a wait and watch. It's just too far, too fast. Alright, next one is Crow or Crypto.com. This one is actually not too bad. The POC is sitting way up here. It's been trading sideways since June. Internally, actually Willie has turned upwards, which is very nice to see. The histogram is firing a bullish div here, but if you did want to trade this, I'd probably suggest working off that low. Maybe getting your reload zone from here to here. Maybe working your bids of this 618, and then for potential profit taking, I don't know if I'd work off this, work off the wick. Maybe work your sell orders maybe at the 50%, the 382. So from current price is 98% to the 38 and 130% or so to the 50% or 50% target. So yeah, I'd probably be risking to the lows. The potential growth for this is pretty good actually. This whole section here of the VPVR really needs to be filled out. The POC is way up here. So this one would probably be on my buy list. Next we have MCO. Interesting. Are they both the same? They are. No. Interesting. It's very different. They've come up with the same name. The ticker. Hmm. Yeah. What happens if we watch? Have a look at this on the weekly. Okay. The weekly doesn't look too bad. Oversold. Histogram has come up. Would like to see maybe a W form here. Bulls and bears falling asleep currently. The POC sitting way up here. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the same MCO and Crow. Are they the same? Are they the same token? Maybe you guys could let me know. Anyway, let's move on to gas. I have been watching this one for a long time. So we have currently eaten this massive tail. Wicks and tails do like to be eaten, and this is great proof of that concept. So we are currently at the low. So Willie has been very oversold. Bullish divs have been firing the whole way down. OBV seems to be pretty healthy. But yeah, if you were to trade this would definitely be a cut loss for me somewhere. Whatever that low is there, that would be a stop loss there for me. What does the weekly show us? Okay. The weekly does show that we are seeing some sort of a bottom here. Volume has really stepped up. I think we could have a potential bottom here. If we could get some structure in price, a little W, I'd definitely trade that breakout of that W here. So if price could do something along the lines of go up, back down, create a nice W, trade this break out, and see some nice healthy profits in there. What is it like versus? Yep. Alright, so price is sitting at the POC. This is on Binance. So price has broken this low. Histogram does look like it's slowed down. A lot of money pouring into this as well too. Willie has just gotten into oversold. Buyers have stepped up here, breaking this previous bullish bar, volume bar. So this could be a potential bottom here, guys. I'd probably let it work out a little bit more. I'd like to see a little bit more structure, whereas this is just sort of V bottomed here. If we can get a nice little W here in price, trade the breakout, that would be that would work out really nicely. Moving on to Neo. This one I have kept my eye on since, when was it? Around about here it was, so that was April 2018. So I was looking at an AB equals CD play here. People were calling me nuts after this bullish run, that this bounce, people were calling for more bullish moves. I actually published this on my TradingView account and got put through the ringer for this, and we can just see it's actually even gone past its AB equals CD objective. So this ascending wedge actually didn't break bullishly. It did do a fake out right here, and it's actually got this very beautiful fractal right here, reversal top. It failed, and it just continued to fail. So what what are we seeing internally here on the weekly? We do see a bullish div working there. Yeah, this is really underwater here. This is the zero line. What happens if we went to the Bittrex? Oh, this is the Bittrex chart, I think. Yes, Bittrex. Okay. What do we see in our? Will this load for me? Alright, it doesn't look like my moving averages are loading out, so we'll just turn that back off. But yeah, still no sort of a bottom here on Neo. Again, with kind of like we saw in gas, I would like to see more of some structure here in price where we can double bottom and sort of trade this breakout here. I really do not like buying V bottoms because with the V bottom bounce, we are technically going to come back and retest it at some stage. If we do look at it on a daily, do we have anything to play with here? Possibly we could have a possible inverse head and shoulders here, so either here or here. So if that is if this is a potential inverse head and shoulders, so from the head to the neck, if we can clone that, clone, we should see that move replicated there. So if we did do a swing high to swing low of this range, it comes straight into the 382, which is a possibility. Yeah, on the longer time frames, I'm not really interested in this. But this could be working, this inverse head and shoulders right here. 382 as resistance. So yeah, let's have a look at it actually on the USDT chart. Let's have a look at this weekly. Okay, so in dollar value, it's sitting right at the POC. This actually doesn't look too bad. Willie still isn't technically oversold yet. We are getting some sort of a. Actually, I would like to see more structure in histogram here. Yeah, so the zero is right here. Yeah, pretty. Not looking too well. But this does look not too bad. If we can get that to happen, a double bottom sort of structure here, if we do a swing low to swing high here, it is technically in our reload zone here, tagging this 786. If it does W from here, we could see this potentially go higher. But yeah, on a long-term view, it looks okay as a long-term investment. Short-term trade, I would be probably risking to these lows. It is sitting currently at the POC. Potential growth for this. If we did do a swing high to swing low here, could we get a tag of this 382 or the 50%? 50% looks pretty reasonable. Our risk reward is, say if we do if we go conservative, risk our low to here, and we have a 4 to 1 risk reward, which doesn't seem too bad. What is the percentage return on this if we do that? So currently where it's sitting now to the 382, we could pop 50% off there, which is not bad if you consider your risk reward. So yeah, that was in, I think that was in USD, wasn't it? Yeah, USD. Alrighty, I did try and get this beam, but for some reason the chart does not want to load it. Yeah, very strange. Yeah, what I've recently seen in Bitcoin on this lower time frame on the 4 hour, this range that I've selected here, we can see that the 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 bears did come alive here and here. It did come back down into this reload zone. Let's draw. And it just came back up, so it went to liquidate these longs and also liquidated the shorts. Um, this is what happens in a ranging market. It's just really, you can definitely see what these whales have done here. Looking internally, this has made a histogram has made a lower low, which I think we will be coming back down here to eat this wick. We also see these candle body highs right here sitting at the 786. So not only did people get their longs liquidated up here, they also flushed their shorts out too. It's just funny to see. But yeah, alrighty. I think that'll do it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, you guys get value out of this, and feedback would be good too. Yeah. Alright, guys. See you later.